Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you, and I got something nice for you today. This is your boy. Okay, this is the position you should be in when you get into meditative state. That's my teacher. That's what he do. That's what I learned it from. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. I put the message in the story for life. They call life lesson rightisms. For you tuning in, I appreciate you. The numbers are good. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, and that's what it is, a meditative way of life, as you call it for today's lesson, through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and that's what I'm on, is to get all right thinkers, all 2,000 of y'all, appreciate you, to know thyself. I know I can't save the world, but if I got 2,000 people knowing themselves better than they did, I'm doing my job, and I appreciate you for tuning in. I got you. Let's go. So I asked the question. Excuse me. Do you know you? It's rhetorical. Excuse me. And if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Excuse me. So, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. You know I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. We're going into the right thinkers. Let's talk about my favorite way of life, meditation in life, and how to develop a meditative lifestyle. Let's start with that. I'm going to break down the things that you need to do to make meditation part of your daily lifestyle. I gave you the informal and the formal meditation. Now I'm going to give you the one that will serve you on a day to day basis, the one I use. Meditation is not just an exercise that is to be practiced only at certain times or at a certain place. It is, but in order for your meditative efforts that you're putting forth to be successful, the philosophy of meditation must become what? An integral part of your life. You have to make it part of what you do. Every morning, I make sure I do my daily routine. You have to make it part of your life in order for it to work. This means what? It means that the meditative way of life, aka the yoga lifestyle, right thing philosophy, must become the focus of your life no matter what else is going on in your life. That means if you're doing what you're supposed to do for you, all the other things that's going on in your life shouldn't change what you do for you. Okay? Understand that. No matter what's going on, maintain your meditative focus, maintain your daily ritual of what you do that works for you. Okay? That's the problem. That's meditative lifestyle. Now, most people do not practice yoga. They cannot control the clamoring thoughts of the mind. Why? Because the purpose of yoga is to teach you to do just that, control those thoughts. And because of this, do not experience, you ready? Inner peace. Yoga meditation is the idea of finding peace within oneself, not the world. I'm gonna break it down for you as we go. I keep telling you, stop worrying about the outside. Focus on the inside. The outside can take care of itself. It's gonna be here. It's been here. Don't worry about that. Focus on you. And because they do not experience inner peace, or clarity of purpose in life. Just haphazardly, willy-nilly, just getting up every day, just going through the motions, doing something, whatever excites them, whatever the mood is, that's not a good way to live. But a lot of us do it. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you out. Others, watch this. Then you got others beset by what? Intensely negative thoughts, bad situation, bad environment, living condition, relationships, whatever it is bad and negative. And what happened? They succumb to these, and know what happened? They commit more acts against their what? Their conscience. Now, this conscience is spelled Conscience, meaning you're going against your heart conscience, not this one. You're going against this when you commit wrong, negative acts. Watch this. And you will pay for those acts. Again, that's karma. But they go against their conscience, and what happened? Watch this. What always happens? You suffer the consequences of your self-defeating actions, and that's not a good way of life. Wherein what? You suffer painful situations, and you look forward to disappointments in life, or they are increased while what? While happiness and contentment are decreased. You can't serve two masters. You're either doing good or you're doing bad. You're doing right or you're doing wrong. Your choice. But you can't do them both. And some people try and they figure out why it go awry. Because it don't work. Either you're going to serve God in earnest and do what you're supposed to do if you claim to do that. A lot of these preachers, so-called God-fearing men, always pretend to be God-fearing men, and then they get caught serving themselves. Now they're embarrassed. Now all their followers, ooh, don't put stock in no other man other than yourself and that man upstairs. I'm just saying, I don't put that stock in no man. Not even that one. He's my dad. Understand that. It's all about the self. And when there's decrease, the mind now is weakened. Why? Due to mental energy that's being wasted on what? Useless endeavors, chasing your tail, doing dumb stuff, which only serve to further entangle one in complex relationships and commitments that they're not going to fulfill due to their ignorance and bad situations. They're never going to come around. Another source of weakening one's will is to what? Act correctly to promote, here you go, situations of advancement and happiness. And it's caused by what? The susceptibility to what? Negative emotions. If you're not in control of, I got a lesson coming up for you with the emotions. That's a bad man. If you let the emotions run you, women are emotional creatures. It's okay for a woman to be emotional. Trust me, it ain't good for a man to be emotional. Understand that? So, negative emotions, watch this, such as, you ready? Anger, hatred, greed, gloom, sorrow, depression, all these as well as excessive positive emotions. And now, this is the pendulum. Those are all the negative things. Now watch the pendulum swing back to the other side. I got a lesson coming up for you about rhythm. The rhythm is if it's going bad this way, it should go good that way. Why? When it comes down to it, you have elation when things are going good, positive things that happen. Now your emotions are such as what? You're elated. You serve to create mental agitation and desire, which in turn cloud the intellectual capacity to what? Make correct decisions in life. If you're bogged down with negative thoughts, bad situation, it's hard to think. It's hard to function. So meditation is what you need to do on your time to get a grip on things in your life. Okay? When life, hello, seems unbearable. Why? Due to intensification of what? Negative situations and emotions, and what? The obscuring of one's intellectual capacity. All negativity blocks the positive concepts, and the mind will stay in a negative state. That's called low vibration. High vibration is thinking positive, thinking right. But some people, watch this, in this situation, some people even commit suicide. Why? In an attempt to what? Escape or end the painful onslaught of what? Uncontrollable thoughts. If you can't control what's going on in here, who is? If you allow other people to control you, manipulate you, you're going to get to the position where, right, I'm out. I don't want no more. So they commit suicide, take their own life. You got some people who going to commit suicide, but guess what? They're going to take a bunch of people with them. That's crazy. But that's the things that we do when we are weak-minded and we get caught up in a negative state of mind and don't see no way out. If taking your life, the only way you see out, you need to get help. Just get help. Why? You can't handle it. You need some help. And nothing wrong with getting somebody to assist you with handling you. That's what we're here for. Teachers, advisors, therapists, they're everywhere. If you don't go to them, they don't know you need their help. Still, you got what? Others prefer to what? Watch this one. Ignore the messages from the deeper self, your higher self, which is what? Beckoning them to move toward, you ready? Self-introspection. When you introspect self, you will check self. If you do it on a daily basis, you don't get out of sync. You don't get too far gone. Why? You reel yourself in. Why? Introspection, checking yourself at the end of the day. I really think I shouldn't have done that. There you go. Simple. And if it was good, I'm doing that again tomorrow. They say, give thyself to God. And today we good. Tomorrow, do it again. I do that every day. Moving on. And in life, you got situations of stress. And then are motivators whose what? Whose purpose is to turn you away. Stress is never good. It turns you away from what? The outer world. Why? Because you have lost your personal balance. If there's no equanimity in your thought process, if you just think in one way, negative, and don't implement the positive, you just going that way. There's no balance. Negative, positive. Which would be best for me? Pro, con. Which one works for me? That's how you make decisions that's best for you. Why? Balancing out the two things. Equanimity, equal thought process. Use both sides of your brain. You got them. Calm down. Calm down. That's the purpose of meditating. Use that thing up in there. You have to practice. Why? It don't come with instructions. You have to learn how to use it to your benefit. Like having a fast car. But if you ain't steady behind the wheel, if you don't have good eye-hand coordination, ain't no sense in having a fast car. Why? You can't handle it. That's like having a brain that you can't use it. Again, that's part of life. That's why we have teachers, sage, gurus, whoever. We know what we talk about. All you got to do is follow up on it and use it for yourself. And then you will know. I want you to know God for yourself. Not because I tell you to believe in God. Nope. I want you to know God. There's some things you can do that make that happen for you. And meditation is part of that process. Let's go. I see the clock. All right, where am I at? I don't lost my place. Okay, here, balance. There is a place for material wealth, yeah, and sensual experiences. All these are outer experiences of the senses, the body. You want to get your freak on? Go do that. You got a good job making good money? Enjoy that. That ain't the end all be all. Why? Because none of that's going to go with you. Simple as that. However, there's always a however, when the inner reality, there you go, is ignored, what happened? When the inner needs and the inner development is impaired due to excess ignorance and lack of concentration, and your focus is on worldly goals and desires, then experiences, you ready, of frustration, not getting what you want. And disappointments will occur. Why? Not getting the things you expected when you think you can get what you want and the thing that you're going to do for that, it don't always work out. So you're disappointed. That's what brings on all those negative and bad actions, disappointments. If these situations in life are understood, watch this, as what? Messages. From where? Nature. To what? Pull back and find your inner Maya, aka balance. Remember, inner, not outer. Then what? Your personality integration with harmony can now be what? Discovered your higher self. Why? Now you're starting to aspire to what? Do better, be better. So you're paying attention to what's going on inside. Again, if these, watch this, however, if these times are faced with lack of inner strength, and that's what makes people give up, They inner strength. I keep telling you, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight that's in the dog. You the dog, and your ego is your fight. Some got big egos. Some egos give up. And when this ego being controlled, it's cool to have your ego give up. But if you in the fight to survival, the ego got to be in the fight with you. When he's protecting Ra against Apophis, he's in it to win it. Move on. He ain't giving up. Simple as that. Those who quit never win. Winners never quit it. Moving on. That's a fact. If these times are faced with lack of inner strength, what happens? Then they will lead to more suffering. If you have a problem that's causing you pain and stress, and you don't take care of that problem, it's not going to get better by itself. So you got to put some work in to take care of your problems. Sometimes there are moments of what? Clarity. They see things, but wherein the higher self is now perceived in the what? Intuitive flash. Like, wow, what was that? Ooh, I had a thought. Man, you know what? It's trying to get your attention. Let your conscience be your guide. But what happens in that flash? People usually tend to what? Discount it as what? Just an occurrence, as a what? Coincidence. Man, I had this thought, I had this dream, just brush it off. Or others, what's this? Or other curious events. While others become bewildered and believe they are what? Maybe going mad. There's something going in my head, somebody talking to me. That's what meditation calms that voice. Meditation gives you understanding of what's going on up here. And others prefer to what? Ignore the issue of spirituality altogether. And simply shun any thoughts about death or the afterlife. Oh, you got to deal with it. You might not want to talk about it. You might not want to think about it. But you're going to deal with it. Why? It's a fact of life. Simple as that. If you're born, you're going to die. That's nature. That's called nature. This is a reverse. This is a reverse yoga movement. Why? That stunts the spiritual evolution. You're going the wrong way. You're not going to grow. You're not going to do better doing bad things. You can't get good from bad. You reap what you sow. If you're putting out bad stuff, you're going to get bad in return. When you're doing good and positive, living right, Christians, Muslims, Jew, I don't care what your religion is, but when you're living those things, it don't care about your religion. You'll be blessed for just doing that. That's the name of the game. So understand that. It is rooted, watch this, its root cause, you ready? For all those believers, belief system followers, you know what y'all based on? You ready? It's caused by fear. Fear of what? The unknown. Fear of letting go. Fear of not being part of something. Because if I die, I want to make sure I'm on the right side. Dummy. Live right. Put your own self on the right side. Religion ain't going to get you to the right side. It's how you live and your actions that's going to get you where you want to go. If you understand that, you won't concern yourself with, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Jew, I'm a Christian. No, I'm a spiritual being having human experience. How about that? I'm an enlightened human being. I got knowledge of self. How about that? Sorry about that. Get a little personal. Let me wrap this up for you. In the daily practice of right thinking philosophy, aka yoga meditation techniques, can serve to counteract any and all what? Negative developments that occur in the mind if the correct techniques of studying, meditating are used and the correct understanding is adopted, you will be fine. That's the lesson, right, thinkers? I hope you got it. I'm teaching you how to live a meditative lifestyle. I'll be back with more. I just got to go right now because I got some things to do. I'll take to you later. And in closing, remember, may you all live to be 100. May all my right thinkers live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you have passed away. I'll be back.